What's up, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with the hard Tunerz Seasonal Championship, and we need to use retro sports cars in the B class, so between 601 and 700 rating. We're using the 2002 Nissan Skyline GTR, and I mean, what more do I have to say about that car? Exactly nothing. It's absolutely amazing. I was thinking about using the Supra. The Supra is wildly popular, obviously. But I mean, look at this. I just had to. I was actually tuning the BMW Z3 for the race. I was like, nah, I don't know. Maybe the Supra, and then I was thinking, okay, let's use the Supra. And then I went back to the garage to pick the Supra. And then I stumbled over the fact that this car is also eligible. And, I mean, you know, that was that. And I was like, okay, we have to use that. We just have to. It's such an amazing car. I just have to. I just have to. You will see the Supra in the other cars. We will totally get them wrecked. Tuning share code, as always, is in the description. We will use we are using a drag wheel tune, which means we focus a little bit more on power and a little bit less on handling. That will come into play right now when we drive past everyone. Or not quite everyone, but quite a few of them. Obviously we do not have the handling right now that I would like, but we'll be fine. Obviously we can drive cars, you know, so that won't be too bad. I mean, it's not like it handles like, I don't know, a turtle on eggs. You can still drive this reasonably quickly. It's just not the advantage in the corners that we are used to from some of the other tunes. That being said, we are closing in now. We're obviously in third, and for some of these corners you can go a lot faster than the AI does, even with the drag wheels. So that left-hander down there is going to be critical, because there we can just dart in. There we go, that gives us second. And now we have a little bit of an acceleration race to the next tight corner, where we should be doing okay. That tight right-hander, where we get close again. These tight corners, the AI really isn't doing too well in them, and even though we have drag tires, you can still get a lot closer. And for these corners as well, the AI just isn't very good in them. As you can see here, we go just full throttle, and now we will try to get past. And we also kind of have to. Race is obviously over soon. Get him out of the way. There we go. And that's a pretty easy one. Well, it wasn't so as easy as some of the other ones, but it was still pretty good. The NSX held on tight, but it was not to be. So there we go. That's one race out of the way. We're going to race number 2. The car is just so pretty. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird tune in that you have the drag tires, but you still have pretty decent handling. Like that's normally when you go for these drag tire tunes, you end up with a ton of power and very little handling whatsoever, and then you just drive past everyone that was started, and then you just have to keep the car on the road, which is a pretty good strategy, to be fair, and it normally works really well, but here we have a little bit of a different approach. And I feel like it doesn't really matter. I feel like it doesn't really matter because what you need to do is understand what you are using, and then you are fine. Like if you understand the tune you are using, you're good to go, right? Because you just need to know what is your strength. So you need to understand your car for that. And our strength right now is that we can just drive past these guys. In this case. And we still have a pretty good advantage, or not advantage, but we can keep up in the corners very well. And we still have a pretty good advantage in these faster corners. Like the car is still very nimble. It's not the typical drag wheel tune, like I already mentioned. So you kind of have to understand that, and then it becomes really easy. And here we should have a lot less difficulty than in the last race. I was unreasonably close, but oh no! Oh, it could have gone wrong. I'm sorry. That could have gone very wrong. I completely misjudged that corner. We should be able to. No, let's not take any unnecessary risks. We are in the lead. Let's just calm down a little bit. Taking the corners to the extreme is not the strength of that tune. It's not like, the strength is you can take the corners reasonably quickly, and then you have power on the straights, especially coming out of the corners. You have pretty good power. So that's kind of a strength, but the strength is not completely demolish the corners by going through at speeds that are unthinkable. Like going through, well, that will work, but we still have to brake. That was a tiny bit late. Tiny bit. That's also just the car being a little bit unstable with the drag tires when it comes to turning in and hitting the brakes. So you really want to brake before. Oh, that's not good. We nearly hit the trees again. It's a good thing we are so far ahead. What is like? This is a little worrying when we get off the road so often. That's kind of unusual. I guess it's a lack of concentration, eh? There we go. Probably should have used the Supra, eh? I was torn between this car and the Supra, I really was, because both cars are so wildly popular. I guess I could record it twice, right? Once with this car, once with the Supra. Nah, this car is the correct choice. It's so much prettier on the Supra. Here come the fanboy comments. Actually, nobody's gonna watch that. At least not that far. People click and then they copy the share code and then we're out of here. So I'm safe to say whatever I want. Well, possibly someone's cat is still watching because it walked over the keyboard while the owner fell asleep, so... Hi cat. What's up? Come on. I wonder who put these ugly rims on that car. On that lovely car. God, and I wanted to use a set free. That would have been the biggest mistake. I mean, it's a solid car, but come on, compared to this. Get out of the way. There we go. Bumping him out of the way. And now we're driving past everyone again. Up to 4th already. That should, well, up to 3rd. That should already be enough to secure the championship. So it's pretty good, eh? Up to 2nd. I hate this corner. This is so tricky going down there. And I can't tell you the amount of times I've crashed into that wall. Because I didn't expect the downhill corner. Can we get there? No. I thought about poking the nose in, but that would have been a bit dirty. Yes, poking the nose in the rear is a bit dirty. I won't further comment on that. Let's leave it at that, okay. That should be a good stance to take. Good thing nobody listens until here anyway. Well, I did just mention I can say whatever I want now, so there we go. Alright, so we are in 1st, and now the race is going to be a bit boring. Obviously that road circuit is all about being solid and with tight bends. So, and obviously the power that we have in this tune really helps getting out of the slower corners. You could see how we were just breezing past everyone. That was kind of useful, eh? And you obviously have these corners, and you have a lot of corners where the AI will brake a lot more than necessary, so that also helps. Yes, the AI being bad generally helps in winning races. I can attest to that. We have another one of those tight left-handers coming up. No, now we go to the right side. Nothing. That was the tight left-hander that I hate. Yeah, I can't tell. I hate this city. I hate driving through it, and I don't know. I hate the races associated with it. Like, it's just. Also, like, I played over 200 hours of this game, and this city is still a mystery to me. But I kind of like when the run up to the game they were talking about these massive tunnel systems under the city that you can drive through. And you have like, what, 3 tunnels that you can drive through, and they're super annoying. Like, so much marketing and so little substance there. It's just, I don't know. I'm not gonna comment on it, but I was just, I don't know. They caused expectations that were probably a little bit unrealistic. But hey, whatever. So, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and until next time, farewell.